Hey everyone, what is going on? So as you can see, I did change my team. I do have Registeel, Venusaur, and Altaria. So Registeel is still on my team. It has been on my team for the Go Battle League for quite a while. I just love using it. It's such a good Pokemon. You can see right now we won the lead. He switches into Swampert, so I'm going to go immediately into my Venusaur. That's why I love having Venusaur, because I love to have it against either one of the Mud Boys and a Azumel. It's going to do really well. So we do get the Frenzy Plant off against the Swampert. Unfortunately, we took an Earthquake. I could have shielded that, and at the end of the day, he actually ends up beating me because I didn't shield that Earthquake, but that's okay. I was actually thinking of maybe running Meganium over Venusaur. I'm not really too sure. I like having Sludge Bomb for Tropius as well as Meganium, so I do like the Venusaur. But we'll see. What do you guys think? Do you think Venusaur or Meganium? The one thing my team is weak to is other Registeel, as you can see right now. Now, yes, Registeel can do well against Registeel as well as other Steel types because it does have Focus Blast. But if it goes down, my Venusaur and Altaria are not going to have a good time. So I was thinking of removing the Altaria for maybe an Alolan Marowak so we could deal with those Steel types better. But we'll see. Overall, I did do pretty well in these battles, so I'm not disappointed with the team, and I do want to try it again, but I'm thinking of replacing that Altaria, but we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So I'm going to go ahead, and do I commit to the Farm Down? I think I do. He does get off a Sky Attack or a Dragon Pulse. I'm going to actually go ahead and shield it because we're getting pretty low, and I wanted to knock him out with Lock On. So he brings in his Registeel, so I'm just going to go straight for that Focus Blast. Let's see what happens. He is not going to go ahead and shield that, maybe expecting a bait, so I'm glad I did not bait there. He's going to go and hit me with the Charge Attack. I figure, okay, he's super low. He just used all his energy. We could bring in Altaria, and we could just either farm him down, go for the Charge Attack. Doesn't really matter. I decided to farm him down because he still has that shield, so might as well just commit to the farm down, and we do go ahead and win that one, so that was a very good game. Yeah, as I said, we did relatively well in these battles. We have 10 battles for you today, and if you see yourself in these videos, definitely comment down below, tweet me on Twitter to let me know, or on my Discord, free Discord link in the description down below if you want to join and discuss all things PvP and else. And everything else. But as you can see, he switches into Registeel, so I'm not going to switch out because none of the Pokemon are good, so I go for the Focus Blast. Now he goes for a Charge Attack, or she goes for a Charge Attack. I was thinking this was a bait, but I wasn't confident enough to risk it, so it is just going to be a Flash Cannon, so I do go ahead and shield it. So nice shield bait. She does regain some energy because of that. I am going to go ahead and go for the Focus Blast, and she'll shield that. I have to get rid of this Registeel, because I know the Pokemon I have in the back don't do well against it. So my main focus is to either get rid of it or to get it very low so I can actually deal with it. So I am going to go ahead and go for that Focus Blast, and it won't knock him out. He's actually going to go or she's going to go, and knock me out with Focus Blast, but it's super low. So we're both out of shields. I'm just debating which one I want to farm up energy for. Is it going to be Venusaur? Is it going to be Altaria? I decided to bring in the Venusaur. I knew he wouldn't, or she wouldn't be able to get to a charge move, so we do go ahead and knock out that Registeel. In comes the Tropius. I switch immediately. She switches immediately into a Azumarill, so definitely not good for me, but I figure, okay, well, we could get as much damage off as possible against this Azumarill and farm up a lot of extra energy with the Venusaur and hit the Tropius with a Sludge Bomb. That was my thought process. So we're going to be hit with a Play Rough, which tells me she doesn't have Ice Beam. She has Play Rough and Hydro Pump, so we're going to go for the Sky Attack, getting it super low, and that is going to hit the Azumarill. So we're just trying to farm up extra energy. If we're able to hit the Sky Attack, we're not able to. She does go for a Charge Attack. This is definitely going to knock out the Altaria. That's fine. So we do bring in the Venusaur. We already have some energy. I just want to farm this down. She actually switches and maybe trying to catch the Frenzy Plant. I wasn't planning on using a Frenzy Plant because I figured she didn't have Ice Beam because she used Hydro Pump. So we do get off the Sludge Bomb. She's going to get off a Charge Attack, which is going to do a lot to me. It's going to be Aerial Ace, but we're able to take it and get to another Sludge Bomb. And this is going to knock out the Tropius. And then we're going to be able to just farm down that Azumarill. I was trying to, just farm it down, and we're able to win that one. So very good game. Very well played trying to catch the Frenzy Plant with Tropius. But again, I was just going to farm down Azumarill so I could have the energy. And anyway, we're going to jump into my next opponent, and he's going to lead with Tropius. I lead with my Registeel. Fantastic lead for me. Switches into an opposing Registeel. Again, I can't switch out, so we're just going to go for the Focus Blast and trying to get as much damage off as possible. He's going to go ahead and shield that one. I could have baited. He's going to go ahead and go. Same situation as last battle. I didn't feel confident enough to call the bait, so I did go ahead and shield that. And I'm just going to go for the Focus Blast. He actually gets off a charge attack, and I'm going to go ahead and let this one go through. This one is actually going to be the Focus Blast, so I wish it was the other way around. I wish I didn't shield the original one, but that's okay. I go for the Focus Blast. He'll shield, so he is out of shields. And I wasn't sure if I could get to a Focus Blast before he lock-ons me down. He decides to use his energy, which I'm actually glad about. I am going to go ahead and shield that, and we do have the Focus Blast, which is actually going to knock out the Registeel. So we do win this matchup. Both of us are out of shields. Those shields are completely down. Tropius will knock me out. We do have Altaria, so I'm okay with that. And if he has an Azumarill in the back, it's going to be fantastic. He does, so we switch into Venusaur. Now this one could have Ice Beam. Let's see if it does. It seems like it does. So he's going to go ahead and go for the charge attack. It will be that Ice Beam, but I know Venusaur is going to be able to take it. We charge up a little bit extra energy and just go for the Frenzy Plant. And is this going to knock out? It is. So Azumarill is down, and now Tropius comes in, and we're trying to get to that Sludge Bomb. I couldn't get to the Sludge Bomb, but I was okay with that because we do have an Altaria, and Altaria is going to be able to beat this Tropius one-on-one. I mean, we have Sky Attack, which it's weak to, where we resist all of Tropius's moves, right? So we're going to be able to get off the Sky Attack. I don't think this knocks it out. It doesn't, but Dragon Breath is strong neutral damage. We're going to get hit with another charge move, but again, we survive it, so I'm not worried about it. Going to be an aerial ace, that's fine. And we're just going to feint down that Tropius. So really well played by my opponent. All of these games are super tough. Rank 9 opponents are really tough. Rank 10 is going to be even tougher. Can we make it? Hopefully we can. We're going up against my new opponent. I lead with Registeel. He leads with Whiscash. This is not a good situation for me. So Swampert lead would not be good either. So I switch into my Venusaur. He switches into a Alolan Sandslash. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, this is definitely not going well for me. I don't know how I'm going to catch up. So I do go for the Frenzy Plant. I wasn't expecting the shield, so he doesn't shield. I decided not to shield as well because I kind of wanted my Venusaur to go down because I knew I couldn't do much. However, we get off another Frenzy Plant. Oh, actually, no, we don't. We go down. We get there, but we go down. And I bring in my Registeel, and I have to kind of rely on the fact that he doesn't have Bulldoze. I'm hoping he doesn't, but guess what? He does. So I didn't shield that. And yeah, not looking good for us, right? So we're going to go ahead and go for that Flash Cannon against the Alolan Sandslash to try and knock it out. And he will let it go. He still has 2 shields. I try to switch. It didn't go through or whatever. He's going to go ahead and hit me with a Mud Bomb. We actually survive, and then we switch again. So he did dump his energy, so I know it's going to take a while to get to Blizzard. I do get to my Sky Attack, which I'm going to go for. And I'm thinking he's probably going to shield this because he wants to get to a Blizzard. He does shield it. And now he goes for a charge attack, and I make a super risky play. I call the bait. It's a Mud Bomb. If that was a Blizzard, we would have lost. And then he switches into Shift Tree. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And first of all, what is this, Fusion? This reminds me of Fusion all over again. So we're going to go ahead and shield that. That is a shield bait. It is a Leaf Blade, but at that point, I felt confident in shielding it. We go for the Sky Attack and knock out the Shift Tree. He brings in his Whiscash, and obviously I'm going to shield the next attack. If it's a Blizzard, it's going to knock me out. Even if it's a Mud Bomb, I'm okay. It is a Blizzard. And we're just going to be able to farm down that Whiscash. We actually win. I thought I was going to lose that from the beginning of the game, guys. So me calling that bait, that Mud Bomb, is what won me the game. So good game. Very well played to my opponent. I'm not saying he made a mistake by shield baiting. It's not a mistake, but it just happened to work out for us. So for the next game, I lead with Registeel. He leads with Altaria, and this is a huge matchup for us. I charge up a little bit extra to see if he's going to try and switch out to catch the Flash Cannon. He hasn't switched, so I click on the Flash Cannon, and we're just continuing to go on. He actually fires off a charge attack, so that's fantastic for me. I love seeing it. So we're going to go ahead and be able to take it. He switches into his own Registeel, and I'm like, no way, I can't switch. So he goes for a charge attack. I actually call the bait. I call the flash cannon. It is a flash cannon, so we call it correctly that time. A lot of people love baiting opposing Registeals, it seems. So we're going to get off a Focus Blast. He does shield that one up. I could have baited as well, but I decided not to. I'm going to get off another Focus Blast. So is he going to use both shields on this attack? Let's see. He does. So we take his shield, and at this point I'm okay with letting my Registeel go down. Now, I am in trouble because both of the things I have in the back are not going to do well against this Registeel. However, we have a little bit of an advantage because we have 2 shields and he has none, right? So that's good for us. So he's going to get off this charge attack. I actually let it... No, I do shield it. It looked like I let it go through. But we're just going to go ahead and charge up. He switches into Altaria. I go for my Sky Attack, try and do as much damage as possible against this Altaria, and we're going to feint him down. He's out of shields. So then he brings in his Registeel, and I'm going for the Dragon Pulse. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. So he goes for the Flash Cannon, and as you can see, I am charging up extra energy, and I guess I'm trying to feint him down at this point, which is really risky. It's really risky. So he does hit me with a flash cannon, so I knew he couldn't get to another one before I feinted him down, so we do successfully feint him down. And I am going to go ahead and go for, let's see, I think I click on, what do I click on? I'm thinking about it. I go for the Dragon Pulse. I'm like, that was the wrong decision. I should have went for the Sky Attack. It was a mistake for the Dragon Pulse because a lot of people do run a Zoom Arrow, so I kind of should have assumed it was a Zoom Arrow, or at least had a good chance of being one. But I was okay with it because we have Venusaur in the back and we're able to knock out the Azumarill. So we do go ahead and take that win. So very good games to my opponents, and we actually win all 5 games. So we're going to jump into my next opponent, the next set of 5, and I actually know this person. Well, not personally, but he added me when I posted my code on Twitter. So yeah, very well played. It's nice to see people that you're familiar with. So I'm going to go ahead. It's Registeel versus Registeel. I go ahead and go straight for the Focus Blast. I don't usually shield bait with this because Registeel can survive a Focus Blast, so some people don't even shield anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this because I don't want to take that amount of damage. So we're just charging up to a Flash Cannon. At this point, we do get to it. He has to go for the Focus Blast, or because Flash Cannon's not going to do much, he will shield that, trying to get to the Focus Blast. I do commit my last shield, and I'm assuming this is 100% Focus Blast. It is, so I am out of shields, but we're in a pretty good position. I think, even though we're out of shields, because we're going to be able to take the lead advantage or take his last shield, but I'm assuming he's going to let Registeel go down. He does, so at least Registeel is out of the way for the Pokemon in the back. He brings in Haunter, though, and Haunter is definitely annoying. I do get the Flash Cannon, though, so maybe we'll take his last shield. We will. So we do take his last shield, which is always nice. I have an Altaria in the back as well as a Venusaur. So let's see what we want to go with. Probably the Altaria, right? So we do bring in the Altaria. Dragon Breath is just going to town against it. And he does get off a charge move. Now, I think I clicked on the Sky Attack. I would have liked to farm him down. But I was trying to get the Sky Attack before he got to his Shadow Ball. So was basically a CMP tie, and he got it. So we do feint him, though, and he has his Azumarill in the back, and I'm like, yes, I love catching these Azumarills. So Venusaur, it will take a lot from Ice Beam, but it could still take an Ice Beam, so we do take it, and now we're going to get off the Frenzy Plant against this Azumarill, which is going to do a lot of damage, and we should be able to feint him down before he can get to another Ice Beam, as we do. So we do go ahead and take that game, and we're actually going to increase in friendship, as you can see right now. So very well played to my opponent, and I look forward to future battles. So we're going to jump into my next opponent, and let's see what happens. I do lead with my Registeel again. He leads with Swampert. Terrible for me. We got a Bail. So I do go into Venusaur, and I wish I had led Venusaur this game because he actually also has an Azumarill. So if I led with Venusaur, it probably would have been a lot different. But he has Registeel right now. As you know, it's not good for me. We're not going to be catching any shields with these Frenzy Plants. I'm not going to shield this. No need to shield it. So it is going to be a Flash Cannon. It does a lot of damage, as you would expect. We get off a Frenzy Plant against this Registeel just to try and get whatever damage we can against it. Might as well go for all the damage possible. I mean, what the damage is adding up. You could see how low it got, but I wish I still had my Venusaur for the Swampert as well as his Azumel that I know he has in the back because these battles are pre-recorded. So anyway, I do go ahead and go for the Focus Blast. I don't think Flash Cannon would have knocked out at that range, and he actually shields it. So now I'm going to go ahead and shield this one because I don't want to take a Focus Blast. It is going to be a Focus Blast. So we're trying to charge up, maybe get another Flash Cannon off. We do get it off, so that's good for us. So are we going to knock out this Registeel? Let's find out. We do. So that's fine. I know the Swampert's coming back in, so I'm going to go and I'm getting ready to switch. I switch immediately and catch the Hydro Cannon because I knew a Hydro Cannon or an Earthquake was coming. I wasn't sure if he was at the Earthquake, but either way, we catch it. But unfortunately, his last Pokemon, as I said, is Azumel. So if I had that Venusaur, if I had led with the Venusaur, I think we would have had this game. But nonetheless, it's okay. So we're going to lose it. I'm going to go ahead and I think I take it. I do take it. It is an Ice Beam. It's going to knock me out. And then we bring in Registeel right now. Not looking good for us. He still has a shield. He could shield this one up. He doesn't have to because he has the Swampert in the back. He does not. I didn't think he would. We still have a shield as well. I'm going to go ahead and take this because I'm hoping it's a Play Rough or an Ice Beam. It is. So we're just trying to be able to lock on him down. He brings in Swampert. We go for the Flash Cannon, hoping to catch a shield. So we do actually get his last shield. So I'm like, all I need to do is get to my Focus Blast and we'll win because a Flash Cannon is not going to knock it out because he does resist it. But unfortunately, you know how fast Swampert is. He's going to be able to get to his Hydro Cannon before we can get to a Focus Blast. So it was actually very close. Despite that bad lead. But either way, very well played on my opponent's end, and it was a very good game. And I'll take that loss because that was a very good game. So we're going to jump into my next opponent. A lot of these players are wearing that Pikachu Libre costume, as am I. So we lead with Registeel against the Alolan Raichu. So Alolan Raichu actually wins this matchup. But he decides to switch, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch. A little bit late on the switch, but we do go ahead and pull it. And I am going to go ahead and not shield this, hoping it's a shield bait. It is, but even if it was a Shadow Ball, it would do a lot, but we'd still live it. So I was like, it's worth the risk to me. So I did not shield that. Luckily, I didn't. And we will go for the Sky Attack. He's going to go ahead and shield that. Now I'm assuming the next attack is going to be a Shadow Ball. So this is definitely going to be a Shadow Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and shield it. No reason to shield bait there. Unfortunately, I clicked on my Sky Attack already. So it was a CMP tie. Would have loved to farm him down and save the energy, but that's okay. So let's see what he decides to bring in right now. It's going to be an Azumel, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Registeel. I don't want to switch into Venusaur because then I don't want him to pull the switch. So I do hit him with a Flash Cannon. And we actually have another Flash Cannon ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and use it right now. I know a lot of people are like, man, you use Registeel a lot. I do, I know. I mean, it's such a good Pokemon, though. It really is. I love using it. So I'm going to try changing things up, but, you know, I did change the team, but we still have that Registeel on the team. I do use Flash Cannon, and this is not going to be enough to knock out the Azumarill. But that's okay with me. He does switch into his Alolan Raichu to hit me with the Thunder Punch. So I'm going to allow Registeel to go down at this point. So I still have Venusaur as well as Altaria. So let's see what I decide to bring in. I'm going to bring in that Altaria. And he's going to get to a Thunder Punch. I am going to take it. So it went neutral to it. We're able to take it though because we're bulky. And I'm going for the Dragon Pulse. We actually get it. I didn't think we'd make it. So it was a little bit risky on my end to go for it, I think. But we do get it and we knock out his Alolan Raichu. So I switch immediately into Venusaur. And I'm going to shield this because why not? But we could have taken an Ice Beam anyway. It's just a Play Rough though. So we're just going to be able to feint down the Azumel. So fantastic game, fantastic battle on my opponent's end. So we're going to go ahead and win that. And we're going to move on to my next opponent. And let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. So I'm going to lead, of course, with that Registeel. He does lead with Altaria. So we do catch the lead. Fantastic for me. Love to see it. I'm just going to go ahead and charge up. He does switch into Deoxys Defense. I'm like, you know what? I should have switched into Venusaur. I think that was my mistake. Now, we do beat Deoxys Defense if he doesn't shield. If he shields, he's going to end up winning. But yeah, what we should have done is switch into Venusaur. I should have assumed he didn't have Psycho Boost because a lot of Deoxys defense, myself included, run Rock Slide as well as Thunderbolt. Now I could be wrong and he could have Psycho Boost, but I should have switched into Venusaur, so that was definitely a mistake on my end to just stay in. I would have loved to save this Registeel, but you live, you learn, right? So we're going to go ahead and take this attack and allow our Registeel to go down. As you see, basically he doesn't have Psycho Boost, so we're going to bring in the Venusaur. He does switch into Altaria. I pull the switch immediately into my Altaria, and he's going to go ahead and go for a charge attack. I will shield it up, and it's going to be a Sky Attack. That's fine. We're just going to charge up for the Dragon Pulse and just hit the Sky Attack. Not sure if he's going to use his last shield on this attack or not. I don't think so. He does. I didn't think he was going to, but he did, which is fine. And because of that, I use my last shield so I could farm him down because I'm pretty confident he's not going to be able to get to another charge attack. So we do go ahead and farm him down. And now his next Pokemon he's going to bring in is going to be that Deoxys. So he gets off a charge attack. I could have clicked on the Sky Attack, but I didn't. So that's okay. But I'm actually okay with that, so we could try and farm down. His last Pokemon is Registeel. So as you can see, yeah, he had a Pokemon that was strong against Venusaur. So what I should have done was brought in the Venusaur against the Deoxys, and I think we would have won in that case. But now obviously we're not going to win because we're not going to be able to do more damage to him than he is to us. But that's okay. It's just a learning experience, so I'm okay with taking the loss. Obviously we want to reach rank 10, but you gotta learn. So so we're gonna go ahead. We won the lead too and still lost. So you can still lose even if you win the lead. But yeah, so for the next time that happens, I probably will switch into Venusaur against Deoxys. So now I know. So we will go down and we'll take a loss. So very well played on my opponent's end, and congratulations on the win. So we're going to jump into my next opponent. I do lead with Registeel. He leads with Meganium. So this isn't good because I know he has Earthquake. So we're going to go ahead and pull the switch into our Altaria, and he's going to switch into Registeel. So again, not good for me. I could have stayed in with the Registeel, maybe called the bait. Maybe I would have gotten it. Maybe I could have shielded and still won the matchup. I'm not really too sure, but even if I did, my Registeel would have been low, and we would have probably had trouble with this Registeel. So because my Venusaur and Altaria, as I said, can't really deal with Registeel that well. I mean, Altaria is doing okay against it, but it doesn't really do well. So, yeah, as I said, maybe I'll take out Altaria for Alola Marowak. We'll see. But we do bring in my Registeel, and I do bluff with the Flash Cannon. That was a mistake because after I had did it, I figured he would probably be willing to let his Registeel go down, but now he doesn't even have to because I baited. So a couple of mistakes in the last couple of battles, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and farm him down with Lock On. And now I'm assuming the Meganium comes in, but it's actually going to be the Haunter. So I do catch a shield from Haunter and a little bit of lag. I don't know if it mattered. It didn't matter. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Flash Cannon against the Haunter, and we're actually going to take his last shield because Haunter is super squishy. He does go for a charge attack. I decide not to shield this one. Maybe I should have shielded it. I don't know. But either way, I decided not to shield it. Now it's my Venusaur against his Haunter. This one I basically don't shield. I'm calling the bait. It's a Shadow Ball. Should have shielded, but that's okay. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.